I cannot believe what this guy said about Peter Obi. Hey!
You lower the bar about what it means to truly become the governor of Lagos. The moment a smart guy came like Fashola, did you realize that he didn't have a problem? It was because Fashola's result exposed his inabilities. Fashola's result exposed how badly led he moved Lagos. Fashola started to develop everywhere. He said, you know, one time again. And the people said, no, if you remove this guy, you go come out things. So, and then they did all their bargaining and negotiation. Today, Fashola, and this is something that even hurts me the most. The worst thing any leader can do is to eat the fruit of the children he raised. Never again will people like Fashola become president from the southwest. Have you not realized that? A star boy like Fashola, even though eventually they always know how to disgrace them or make them feel very funny. Like the guy, we go stand for Lekki toll gates, they find camera all of a sudden after many days. They just know how to just mess you up. Mess you up. So you can imagine Yorubas do not understand that Tinubu is a cost to them. He does them a huge disservice. Your star boys like Osibajo will never come again. Fashola will never come again. And it's not a problem for him to have his ambition done. It is a problem about how he moves Nigeria into uncivility. He moves Nigeria into that nation that has now been captured by a cartel himself. And now Nigeria is plunged into much valuelessness. Lastly, before I round up, my point essentially is to say that whatever you're experiencing at the federal has always been what this man did in Lagos. 9 pattern, 9 way. Yep. 9 pattern, 9 way. I make I explain to one which one I don't know. Bullies and oppressive people like that, them your leg. Them your leg now because of say you never stand up to them. That's why the moment Fashola was performing, he said make them come out and we say no. And but they came, exposed his own inabilities again. He said they go come out that one. Of course, you know why? Because they really never wanted Lagos to progress the same way they didn't want Nigeria to progress. All they want is a progress that lives between them, their family, and the coming generation, so that you and I will continue to do rank and daily for people who don't matter. The point essentially, Nigerians, is that 2027 is that you must stand up to this bully. Stand up to this oppressor. Stand up to a man who wants to decide a future that he will never live in. Hi! A future he will never live in. They are pretty much closer to the grave. Future where them no go live in. Now the one they decide. And some people will tell us about how he's a strategist. He is no strategist, Jack. He's just a man whose tactics is in humanity and wickedness.
An opportunity.
Clearly, in humanity and wickedness. Person we just they do, them see white, color and black and all of that. So we must as a people now decide that when you stand up to a bully, then go run far. Do you know that Peter Obi was so super good? He's so formidable in this current election that in the last election today, the winning will win them for Lagos will continue to make them cry. They know
yes, sir.
We didn't just win them in Lagos, we win them home and away. In Ikeja, we win them down that place in vote. In his house in Bodinong, we won. So you cannot continue to hype a man whose criminality about taking all Nigerian resources and making it his personal own. That was what he did in Lagos. Many of the properties that you saw, Pakam, Ikarigo. So it is on us to decide what kind of nation we want. Do you want a nation where the people are run by positive values? Then Peter Obi is that man. Peter Obi is the man who would not come to eat what your children would eat. He's a man who will save so that your future and your children will have so much to do. Your coming generation will be so proud of you. Peter Obi is that man that when he's cutting the cost of governance, he will put it in the place that matters. Do you know what shocks me? That Peter Obi never borrowed any money in Anambra State. Yes, he did everything. Today, we are now discussing about how savings is not a good culture. Unfortunately, the pastors and motivational speakers who taught you how to save and invest are now today criticizing a Peter Obi. Criticizing a Peter Obi. You know why? Because a wicked man has sold it to them that savings is a bad thing, but savings used to be a virtue for everybody. Have you not realized that you are expecting transparency from a man whose entire life is full of forgery? His name is forgery, his parentage is forgery, his origin is forgery, his certificate is forgery. You are expecting transparency from such a guy? It's not possible now. You are going to choose to stand up and understand that if we do our part, these people don't have a place. They're not plenty reach us. These people, not plenty reach us. They're not plenty reach us. The power of the people is stronger and bigger than the people in power. Oshu State has shown you, forget what in Adeleke they talk. Those are all political gimmicks and political statements. What you must look at is the fact that when the people rise up, a bully go run far. It is on us to change the story so that our children will be proud of us. One thing that makes me happy, guys, is this. In life, to succeed, you either choose what you want and what you don't want. What I want is a nation that will work. A new Nigeria in the hands of a Peter Obi who is a decent man. A Nigeria in the hands of a Peter Obi who will not steal our resources, steal all our collective patrimony and make his family alone thrive. I want a Nigeria in the hands of Peter Obi who will look at the young people and decide to what? Open more enterprise instead of making politics become the only business. I want a Nigeria where politics will be less attractive and then only those who are truly interested about serving the people will vie for those offices. That is what I want. What I don't want, and I want you not to want that. What I don't want is to give Tinubu a 4-year term again. A 4-year term again that will make him put the entire Nigeria in his pocket as another advanced experiment because he has succeeded with that of Lagos. When you do that, what would happen is that you would never be able to choose who become your president again at the federal level, just like Lagos can never choose who become their governor.